It's February 15th. I hope you had a fantastic Valentine's Day. But we're going to ride this entire weekend with that sort of love energy, Valentine's energy, self-love, self-care, really tending to the relationships in our life, whether they are with ourselves, with our friends, our family, romantic partners, or otherwise. So let's get in with a love message for the next 24 to 48 hours, depending on when you're seeing this. We're really just kind of tapping in and asking if there's any messages from universe, spirit, and tarot when it comes to matters of love and connections. We have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. Anytime I see this card, I always think this is like being open, honest, and raw, not only with ourselves, but with the people around us. So some of us might be, they're being guided into having these sort of honest conversations with ourselves. Are these the people that we would like to keep in our lives? Are we going to actually get the things that we desire from these relationships if we keep them around for the long term? And then also too, maybe some of you are being called into having some sort of open, honest, heart-to-heart conversations with the people in your life. So if you have, romantic partners or people that you are dating or getting to know, maybe we're opening up and getting to know this person on a deeper level. Maybe we're opening up and discussing maybe some of the different fears that maybe we have in terms of love, what we're looking for. And there may even be different conversations that need to be had within our friend group or even with family members. So again, this is that heart-to-heart conversations, really opening up, being honest, real, and raw, not only with the people in our life, but also with ourselves, having those sort of heart-to-heart conversations. Now, the clarifying tarot cards we have coming out here, we have the Strength card, we have the Ten of Pentacles, and then the bottom of the deck was the High Priestess. I love that the High Priestess has been coming out so much this month. This is the second month, right? The number 2, the High Priestess is the number 2, all about duality and balance, but also really connecting to our intuition, our higher self. So being able to kind of sit down and meditate and journal and really kind of focus in on what our higher self or our intuition is really trying to guide us through, the messages that are trying to come into our sort of mental space. If you didn't see my video from earlier today about the breath work, definitely go check that out and save it, because that breath work can really help you connect with your higher self and your intuition as well. So this being in that grounding energy is really that message from universe and spirit that as we move through the rest of this weekend and honestly through the rest of this month, it's going to be important for us to really listen to our intuition. Not only listen to it, but recognize it and give it that space to grow and to be able to kind of guide us in the direction that our gut instinct is really telling us to go in, especially when it comes to conversations that maybe we've been avoiding having, or maybe we're just nervous to open up and have these sort of conversations about our feelings and what we want and sort of what we dream about, right? Now we do have the Strength card coming out with that Ten of Pentacles. The Strength card is that energy of saying, have the strength to have the conversations. I think sometimes what ends up happening is we have anxieties or we overthink things and we don't really maybe know how to start the conversation, or maybe we don't want to rip the band-aid off to talk about what's going on. Strength says if you pull from that inner reserve of strength, if you understand that you can sort of tame that inner lion or tame that sort of inner flame and use it for good and really focus it in and hone it in on having those heart-to-heart conversations that need to be had, you will find yourself coming into ultimate fulfillment and success. The conversations will be successful. Now, maybe what you consider to be successful will vary from person to person, but these conversations need to be had in order for us to be able to gain the Ten of Pentacles. When we talk about the Ten of Pentacles, it is everything that we want in life right now. And that is constantly changing. I think it's important to recognize that the Ten of Pentacles is not going to look the same for you right now versus at the end of this year or at the end of the month or in 5 years from now. What ends up happening is we work towards a goal. We gain that goal, we enjoy it for a moment, and then we're ready to move on for another goal. The Ten of Pentacles is the current goal. So we need to maybe get open, honest, and raw with ourselves and say, okay, what is it that I'm really looking for in terms of emotional fulfillment? What does the Ten of Pentacles in connections and community and relationships, self-love, romantic partnerships, what does that Ten of Pentacles look like for me right now? What does that consist of? And do the people in my life, are they in alignment with that? Once you have that conversation with yourself, maybe we do need to pull from that inner strength, have that conversation with the people in our life, and then we'll be able to get on that path of the Ten of Pentacles. Pentacles. But in order for us to get on that path, we do need to be able to have that conversation and use your intuition to guide you into how you will start that conversation. I really like this message for the rest of this weekend. We're going to do another love message tomorrow, so I hope to see you again here tomorrow. But I like this energy. It's like if we've been kind of avoiding some tough conversations, difficult, emotionally charged conversations, or if we've just been a little bit anxious to kind of get to know someone on a deeper level, or maybe we're nervous to, express our love to somebody, try your best to pull from that inner strength and know that once this conversation is started, it ultimately is going to open up the pathway for you to get to that place of 10 of Pentacles, that ultimate success, ultimate fulfillment, the things that you really want. And if you don't necessarily know what you want, then this conversation is definitely something you need to have with yourself so your intuition can start to guide you in that direction. Wonderful messages here for this mid-weekend check-in for Valentine's weekend. And I hope to see you here again tomorrow. If you know someone that needs to hear this, go ahead and send this to them. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Aloha.